Hello, good evening guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Wandering Igorota Vlog. Time check is 6 o'clock. So, ito na po madilim. So, good evening Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Kumusta po kayo dyan? Good evening world. Tonight, I am cooking for family dinner. So, samahan nyo ako. Let's cook. Tara na! Mag-start na tayo. So, of course, first of all, we're going to cook the rice, right? So, while the rice is cooking, yung ulam naman natin is cooked. So, ito na po. We're going to cook rice. Hi guys, I'm only cooking for 2 cups of rice because my family don't eat rice. Ako lang ang kumakain ng rice. I'm the only one who is eating the rice. So these 2 cups will be until tomorrow night. So tomorrow I will make a fried rice so that I will not waste the food. So of course, to those who are watching and not expert of cooking rice, what you do first is wash the rice, right? And not expert. I'm the expert of cooking rice. I'm an Asian, so I have to know how to cook rice, right? So once the water is clear, you add water. As I have said all along in my vlog, that to cook a perfect rice, you put your finger like this. Put your finger in your rice. So the tip of your fingers is just touching the rice. Okay, so it's just touching the rice like that. And then the water has to be up there, up here. First line of your finger. And put the lid on. Put in the rice cooker. That's how you cook a perfect rice. Okay, so in here, I'm going to put it in my rice cooker. And then turn it on. Tara! Done! 15 minutes, that rice would be ready. So, tonight's family dinner, I'm going to cook a sausages. Okay, in the Philippines this is longanisa. All right, here we go. Let's see the difference of longanisa and sausages here in Australia. This is Angus beef. Angus is top class for beef. Okay, so that's why it's expensive. So our longanisa is sweet, delicious, full of spices, garlic, pimenta, you name it, sugar. And also here is design. Okay, there is pork sausage rice, no, pork sausage, beef sausage, chicken sausage, sausages, but there is plain. Plain means they don't put any herbs. It's just mincemeat, a bit of maybe salt or whatever they put there, and then they packed it. But some also, like here in Australia, we are multicultural. Okay, so now there's also beef sausage, pork sausages, chicken sausages, that they also put herbs in here. So if I open this, sorry po. So in here is Angus beef, caramelized onion sausages. They put some herbs here, okay? Now, so this is 100% Australian beef. So, if you can see, it's like our longanisa too, right? So in here, like that. Can you see the spices? Because they add spices as well. So in here, I think they put some herbs because I can see some green leaves there. So it can be anything, but there's also onion here. They might have put some thymes or whatever herbs they put in here, but like that. Can you see that? Only they also cut it into long pieces. We only have half of this, and that's our longanisa. For here, it's long, okay, and thick, long and long, long and thick. That's what I mean, thick. So that is our sausages here too. So Australians are fond of these sausages. They call it barbecue sausages because they have it for the bread, you know those bread rolls. That's what they put it there, and then that's what they call it, hot dog. So excuse me. Freshly made 100% Australian Angus beef with caramelized onions. So they put onions as well. Like us, we put pimenta, we put garlic, we put what else do we put in our longanisa to give a nice, better texture. Sugar, but in here they don't put too much sugar in salt because it's sugar is for diabetes, can cause diabetes, and salt also is for high blood pressure. So they eliminate sugar and onions and salt. So ganito din ang longanisa namin dito, but we called it sausages, pork sausages, chicken sausages, beef sausages. Ayan, most of the time Australians cook this in a barbecue, so they call it sausage barbecue. But for tonight, I'm going to cook this in the frying pan. You can also put in the grill, or you can also put in the air fryer. Okay, you can also put in the air fryer, or you can also cook in the grill. So, and also fry. But tonight, I'm going to cook it in the frying pan because my frying pan here is ready. Okay. So let's get rid of this one first. Alright. And put this in the frying pan. So what I'm doing there is I'm just warming up the frying pan, and then I will put oil, cooking oil, sunflower oil, any kind of oil, and then wait until it's hot before we add the sausages, and cook it in low. Put it on low so that you will not burn, because if you put on high, your cooking will be burnt and it's not cooked yet. So we have to put on low so that it will cook slowly. Ayan. So what I'm doing now is just add some cooking oil. Not too much, okay, because I'm using the non-stick frying pan. Just a little bit, because there's a scratch in my frying pan, so that my cooking will not stick. That's the reason I put the cooking oil. So because there's a scratch in my frying pan, I was not careful in washing it, so there's a scratch. So, ganyan ang sausages namin naman dito. Parang longganisa rin. Pero, overall, mas masarap ang longganisa talaga kasi may taba-taba ng konti. Ito talaga yung mincemeat. Mincemeat, and then they put herbs, spices. That's why. Mas masarap for me. I still rate that longganisa is much tasty, than these ones. Maybe because I grew up with longganisa, even though I live here for more than 30 years or nearly 40 years, but still I prefer the longganisa than this one. Alright, so I'm not really fan of sausages, to be honest, but then when you go to parties here, like birthdays, anything, this is very popular. Australians loves their sausages. Very popular during parties. If you go to the Western parties, you will find this barbecue. They call it barbecue and bread. Those bread rolls, the long one. They put this one of this, and then they put tomato sauce, barbecue sauce, you name it. That's the one. Anyway, that one is hot. So while this one is hot, I was talking too much, so it's very hot now. Let's cool down a little bit before we add this. Otherwise, when it's really hot and then you put this one too, it stops the cooking. So we cool it down a little bit because I was talking too much. So yeah. Okay, don't go away so that you will see this when it's cooked. I will show it to you. Pakita ko sa inyo kung ang lasa naman ito. Ayan, see? Parang longganisa rin, di ba? Ayan. Di ba? Ayan. Hinahati ko lang. Ganon. Kasi nakatali po. Ganon. So, in here, we are going to put it in the hot pan. Ganon. Diba? Parang longganisa rin. Pero sa longganisa, we boil it first with water because we want them really cooked. But because this is beef, you don't need to overcook it because it gets hard. Kasi ang beef talagang medium lang ang cooking. Yan. So, while we are cooking that, because I'm cooking for family dinner, ito na po. I'm cutting garlic and onions in here. Ito na po ang garlic at saka I have a radish in here. Yan. So, I'm just cutting the onions here in garlic. And also, guess what is this? Ginger. Masarap yan. That's yummy. Okay. So, ayan. That sausage, that really tastes yummy too. With the herbs inside, mixed with herbs. Because the plain one, the plain sausages, there's no taste at all, It tastes good too, but it's much better if got spices mixed with the herbs and so on. Filipinos know how to cook, don't they? Ayan. Ayan. So, I like cooking at home kasi uh, masarap. It's really yummy if you cook your own food, diba? Hindi katulad yung mga restaurants, you don't know what is in there. I mean, I know, you know what I mean. At least if you cook your food, you know exactly what you want to put in your cooking, you know. Ganan. Ayan po. I'm just cutting the garlic. Ayan. Ganon. By the time we finish this cooking, the rice is cooked. And also I put half of this. You know, this ginger is very expensive in the shop. $29 a kilo, believe me. That's why I only buy small pieces, only like this. You know how much is this? $2.50. That size. Unbelievable. The ginger is always expensive here. When it go on sale, is the $15. That's the lowest price you can get with this ginger. Ayan. Sobra. It's better to plant ginger because it's too expensive. At least the garlic. If it's grown in Australia, it's like $15 a kilo like that. But if you buy the one in China, like this, this is $4.50 a bag. I don't know if this is a kilo in the bag. I'm not sure. 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's 7 pieces here. So I don't know if that's a kilo. I'm not sure. But if it's grown in Australia, that's $15 a kilo. Diba? And then onions is used to be very cheap. You can buy a big bag of onion like that for $10. If you go in the farm, you can even get it for $5. But now, the cheapest you can get is $3.95 a kilo of onion. Used to be $1 and then $2, then went up to $2.50, and then now $3, and now it's $3.50, $4.50, depends which shop you go. So ito na po, we are turning over our cooking. Masarap ito. Masarap ito dahil ang daming herbs. Okay. When I'm cooking sausages, you know what I do? I'm only cleaning my knife. Diba? Because I chop the onions. You know, when I'm cooking the sausages, I stick the end of the knife so that the oil will, to get rid of the oil. Because when you do this, the oil will go psst. Nagtatalanchak yung oil. Yan. Sometimes, maybe water. They add water or oil, water, so that it become heavy. Something like that. That's what I heard. You know, if it's a business, so if they add water, the meat gets heavy. So you think it's a kilo of meat, but 20% of it is water. If you watch in the news, ganon. Alright, now, what I'm doing here is chopping the onions. Okay? Baka iniisip nyo, ano bang ginagawa ni tita? But not, you might be thinking, what is tita doing? Why there is onion, why there is garlic, why there is ay, naku po, ano ba yan? While there is ginger, ano bang ginagawa ni tita? Ayan. Guess, ano bang ginagawa ko? Ano bang lulutuin ko? Masarap na masarap ito. Pang Pinoy. Pang Pinoy. Ayan. Aray ko. Ayan. Ayan. Ito po, yan. Yan. Can you see my rice cooker? It's cooked. What I do when it's cooked is turn off the fire. Turn off your rice cooker and open a little bit because I don't want to eat it. It's good to eat the rice when it's hot, but not really that hot. Diba? Ayan. Oh, the smell is really good. The smell of the onion, because they put onions, they caramelize the onion, and then they add it when they are making the sausages. Also, they put some herbs. I can see there are green leaves there, so it could be thymes. I'm not sure, or basil, or could be anything. They did not put it in the packet. So anyway, ito na po, pichay. Sarap nito. Sa Baguio, ang dami naming pichay, sayote, ganon. Ayan. Pichay. So, ang gawin natin dito ay hukugasan natin. Diba? Ayan. Ayan, pichay. Naku po, ang sarap nito po. Ayan, diba? Ay, don't go away guys. Kasi masarap itong iluluto ko. Sarap. Ayan. When I'm cooking sausages, I cook it in a low fire para hindi masunog. Yan. Ano bang iluluto ko? Guess. Ano ba yan? It's a Filipino food. Ang sarap yan. Ay, mga idols. Ano bang iluluto ni tita? Sige nga. Sige nga, you guess kung anong iluluto ko. Ayan. Ayan. Ito na po. Pakita ko sa inyo. Ito ay Mungo. Diba? Masarap yan. Sausage or longganisa with Mungo. Diba? Ayan. Ayan. I'm turning on the saucepan now, so that when the sausage is cooked, the Mungo is cooked too. Well, the Mungo I already boiled it before. I'm sorry. I already boiled the Mungo before. So, igigisa lang natin ba? Ganon. So in here, I'm going to put some oil. You can use any kind of oil, but I'm using olive oil. Yan. Masarap ang magandang olive oil kasi walang fats. Yan. Maganda yan sa katawan. So, first we put here is pag mainit na yung mantika, I'm going to put the ginger, diba? Ganon kayo ba magluto? Anyway, cooking is different style. Ganon naman ako. Ang style ko is, you know what? I'm going to keep this for next time. You know why? You know why? Pichay ito eh. It's very expensive. It's $4 ito. Dati yan ay $1. Then, it went to $2 and then $3. Now, it's $4. Tatlong tatlong piraso lang na pichay. O, tingnan nyo, o. Yan. Tatlong lang ganon. $4. Talaga, everything now is expensive. So, I'm keeping this for my dinner tomorrow. Just pichay or sayote leaves. Ganon. Ayan. Malapit na itong maluto. And also, that one is hot. So, the first thing I'm going to put here is the ginger. Ay, mga idol, baka sabi nyo, naku naman si tita. Bakit ganun magluto? Diba? Kasi alam ko magagaling kayong magluto. I know most of you are good in cooking, but then, as I said, we do different style. But still, when it's ready, food. Diba? Now, don't forget to turn it over all the time para maluto. Diba? Sometimes as well, you need to cut it into stripe para maluto sa gitna. Ayan. Ayan. Ganon naman ako magluto. Those sausages are thick. That's why if you cut a stripe in the middle, you can see all this water go psst, splashing everywhere because that's water. As I said before, that's how they do it because it's for business. But if you're making it your own, you don't need to do that because they do that to add more weight to the product. Psst, secret lang natin yan. Yan. And then, the next one is the garlic. Diba? Garlic is good for you, especially kung may kayo, high blood problem. Maganda ang garlic. Diba? Ayan. Sarap na naman ang ulam natin ngayong gabi. Mapapakain na naman si tita nyo. Yan. And then, next is the, ganun ako magluto. Madami akong garlic, madaming onions, ganun. Yan ang secret ng masarap na luto. Yan. Ang secret ng masarap na luto, don't economize the ingredients. Ayan, ganon. Yan ang masarap na luto. Diba? Tignan nyo yung ginger ko. Tipid ako. I'm saying don't economize the ingredients, but this is really expensive. So, I am going to add that to my apritada tomorrow. for the kids. I will have my grandkids tomorrow. I'm going to cook them a fritada, diba? Now that once you caramelize the onions and the garlic, now you can add your Mungo. Naku, sarap na naman ito. Napapakain talaga si Tita. Ayan. Ayan. And then add water. Kasi tuyo na when I boil it, not tuyo. And then, from here you can put salt. Diba? Ayan. Put a bit more of water. Yan. Pag kumulo na yan, luto na. Kasi, ano na yan eh. Naluto ko na noon. I boiled it already. So, we will add the vegetable. Ay, di ba? Mas masarap ito kung may dahon ng ampalaya. Yan. Or malunggay. Naku, ang sarap nito. Dahon ng malunggay. Naririnig nyo ba ako dyan? Mga ka-idols? Can you hear me? Ayan. I'm just cooking the mungo. Now I'm going to add some salt. What I'm doing here is just adding a little bit of salt. Ayan. Or soy sauce para masarap. Ayan, not too much. And then vegetable grumay. Ito po, itong vegetable grumay, yun ang pinakabitsin namin. Or chicken nor sa inyo. Kami naman vegetable. Ganon o. Kasi kami dito, hindi kami gumagamit ng bitsin. Kaya ito, vegetable grumay. Add 1 teaspoon or 1 pampasarap ba? And then of course, don't forget to put some pepper. Alright. Ayan. Ano pa? Ano pa nilalagay natin dito? Yun lang ba? Ayun. Yan, tikman na natin. Kumukulo na eh. Ito na. Wow, sarap. Delicious. Sarap. Sarap talaga. Ayan. Gusto ko na medyo matubig-tubig ang sabaw. Gusto ko ang sabaw ay medyo matubig-tubig. Kaya dagdagan ko ng kaunti. Ganon. Don't forget, I'm still cooking the longganisa, okay? Because I cook it on low fire, kaya matagal. Ayan. Ngayon, takpan na natin ito para maluto yung gulay. Ito na po. Luto na ang ating longganisa. Papakita ko sa inyo mamaya. Ayan. Ako rin, pag nagluluto ako ng meat, especially chicken, I'm sorry, I nearly dropped my hair tie. Especially chicken at saka baboy, pork, I have to cook it really well. Kasi ano yun? Okay lang yung beef, pero pag sa mga chicken, ang hormones ba? Chicken at saka ano? Baboy, pork. I really cook it very well. I really cook the meat well. Ayan. So, I tell you, the sausage is cooked. Luto na yung mga sausages. Guys, look at the size, oh. Lumiit ng husto, di ba? Tingnan nyo, oh. Di ba ang lalaki kanina? Ayan ang nangyari. Parang longganisa din. Pag linuto yun yung longganisa, diliit ang size. Ganun din, yan. Ganun ang nangyari sa sausages natin. Beef sausage, di ba? Ayan ang nangyari dyan. Itong ano po, let's see our... Ay, nako. Mapapakain na naman si tita dito. Naku po, ang sarap nito. Yan. Tapos na yung ano natin. Yung gulay. Ayan, Mungo, guys. Yan, oh. Kumukulo po. Yan ang Mungo natin. Ayay. Ayan guys, ang sarap nito. Ayan, umuusok na po. Yan. Diba? Yan guys, oh. Yan. Ang sarap po. Yan. Alam nyo pa, para masarap yan, lagyan nyo ng mga bacon. Diba? Lagyan nyo ng bacon. Yan. Masarap yan. Kaso lang, I can't have processed food. Okay? So, ito naman si kanin. Okay. Si kanin naman. Ayan. Luto na rin si kanin. Aba, swerte natin sa ulam natin. Ang sarap po. Oh. Ayan. See? The jasmine rice is cooked. Ayan naman. Luto na si rice. So, i-ano natin. I see. See what I'm saying? Perfect rice. Diba? Not watery, pero ano, tamang-tama ang tubig niya. Ayan, parang restaurant rice. So, in the end, we are ready for dinner. Sorry po dahil nakikiyang mga family ko. Ayaw nilang magpakita sa video, kaya ako muna ang kakain. And then kakain sila mamaya. So, kain na po tayo. Dinner time. So, of course, isandok natin yung ating Mungo. So, ito na po si Mungo. Yan. Ay, nako. Kakain na naman ako dito ng husto, sabi ko sa inyo eh. At saka, sila naman ay hindi kumakain ng mga ganito ba? Itong mga kabahay ko. Mga puti sila eh. Ayan. Si Mungo. Ayan. Tapos, of course, si longganisa. At saka, may kanin pa. Saan ka pa? Kundi dito sa kitchen ko. Welcome to my kitchen. So, ito na po. Pakita ko sa inyo, ha? Ready? Ready ba kayo? Ayan. Ayan, guys. Oh. Nakita nyo yan? Yan. Ito. We have longganisa. No, not longganisa. Sausage. Si Mungo. Diba? Ito si Mungo. At saka ang ating rice. Tikman. Tikman natin. Nako. Sarap nito. Yan. Of course, si Mungo muna. Delicious. Wow. Diba? Ganon. Ayan. Tapos, ito naman. Sabi ko nga eh, alam niyo ang mga Australians, hindi sila gumagamit ng spoon. Fork and knife. Ito naman. Oh, ayan. Luto siya, oh. Diba? Pakita ko. Lumiit ang size niya. Yan. Diba? Ayun. Yan. So, halina kayo mga guys. Kain tayo po. And, if you did not subscribe, hello guys. If you did not subscribe, please comment, like, and subscribe. Before we go, I would like to shout out my viewers, my silent viewers, the subscribers, and also the new subscribers, and all of you, even those who did not subscribe. Don't forget, if you didn't subscribe, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. So ito na po, let's try our cooking. Okay, this one is may kulang nito. Alam nyo kung anong kulang? Perfect with tomato sauce. Ito. Sarap ito with tomato sauce. Ganyan. Ay, anak ko, ang sarap naman ito. Mayroon din pala garlic nito na naaamoy ko yung garlic siya. Dinagyan din nila ng garlic. Paminta, garlic, onions. Parang ano ba to? Rosemary? Yun ang lasa niya. Awesome. Sarap. Ito naman. Saan ka pa? Kain ka sa Asian restaurant, Filipino restaurant. Alam mo kung magkano ito? Yung Mungo, 17.50 na yan. Sa isang container. Isang bowl. Yung kanin, $5. Yung isang maliit na Chinese container. Tapos yan, ang tawag nila, chapsilog. Ano ba yun? Longganisa, chapsilog. Ano bang tawag yun with eggs? $7.50. Kaya, ito nakasave ako dito ng $20. At saka, kasali pa ang family ko dito. Kaya, sila naman ay kakainin nila itong sausages with bread. Pero kasali na kung nag-restaurant kami, abot kami dito ng $100. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my video. Enjoy your cooking too. And then, don't forget to follow me on Facebook page. Have a good night, everyone, and I see you in my next video. Bye. See you in my next video. Good night, everyone. Bye.